All right, so today we're doing a deep dive on someone who, honestly, just looking at her bio, is way more than just your typical finance expert. I mean, Tanita Abraham, finance, AI, media. This woman's got
Yeah, no
range.
kidding. That's not a combo you see every day.
Exactly. It makes you wonder, right? Like, how does someone even get into all those different worlds? And what does it say about her, beyond just the skills listed on her
I think it
resume?
definitely says something about her understanding of how important communication is, especially in fields like finance and tech, which, let's be real, can be kind of intimidating to a lot of people.
Oh, for sure. And you don't last 25 years in finance, let alone start your own magazine on top of that without figuring out how to connect with people. I mean, founding a magazine, that just screams, I know how to explain complicated stuff in a way that makes sense. Totally.
Big part
It's
of why she's so sought after as a speaker, right?
It is. Speaking of compelling story, did you catch the part in her bio about her being a caregiver for her parent who is battling Alzheimer's?
Yeah, I
Ye-
did see that. I mean, talk about challenging life experiences. That's got to be incredibly tough, both personally and emotionally.
Absolutely. And it made me think, like, finance can be this really intimidating, almost cold and calculating world sometimes. But then you have someone like Tanita who's clearly navigated some incredibly difficult, very human stuff. And it just adds this whole other layer to her, you
For
know?
sure. I mean, think about it. Finance, for a lot of people, it's emotional before it's even logical, right? It's about security, it's about dreams, sometimes it's about fear. And having someone who's been through the ringer personally, who understands those emotional stakes, I think that brings a level of unspoken credibility that you just can't teach.
It's true. Okay, so then there's the AI piece of this, which just totally threw me for a loop. Did you see where it says she specializes in AI-driven investment
Oh,
strategies?
yeah. That's definitely not your grandma's stock picking strategy, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Right. It's like she's not just telling people how to invest, she's using cutting-edge technology to like predict the market. It's kind of
It's
wild.
pretty wild when you think about it. And it speaks to this larger trend, right? AI is changing everything. Like every field you can think of, AI is somehow disrupting it. And Tadita is clearly ahead of the curve on this.
Totally. Okay, so imagine this, right? You're going to hear her speak, but you're not just going in blind. You've listened to this deep dive. You know about her background, about her personal experiences, about her work with AI. You can engage with her on a whole other level, ask her insightful questions, maybe even connect her work to your own field.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes someone like Tanita so fascinating to follow. It's not just about the immediate knowledge she's sharing. It's about understanding how someone like her thinks, how they approach problems, because that's where you get the real insights, the stuff that can actually give you an edge in your own life, whatever your field might be.
And honestly, even beyond the expertise, even beyond the AI, when you look at her whole story, the caregiver, the entrepreneur, the media maven, it just makes you wonder, what kind of leader does that kind of life create? Definitely something to think about. All right, folks, that's our deep dive on Tanita Abraham.